So my experts are here. The anchor baby, Nick, is over there. And Nick shows every day at 4 p.m. now, Pacific time. The anchor baby, the amazing American anchor baby. And Nick is an expert here. And over here is Joel Friday TV, Monday through Thursdays at 11 a.m. Pacific time. And also an expert here. And next to Joel Friday TV is the Hake of the Hake, H-A-K-E report.com at 9 a.m. Monday through Friday. And an expert here. And Hake is having a guest today. He's going to have somebody.
Kaz from Atheist Edge.
Kaz from Atheist Edge.
That's the plan.
So I want to play this soundbite, and I just want to quickly get you guys' response to it. We haven't discussed this, so that's why I want to ask them. They're saying that the women are upset that the men are playing in women's sports. And it's been like an ongoing discussion for a while now, and the females doesn't seem to like it. So they had the little thing down there in Europe. What they doing?
Olympics?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So they're having a little Olympic over there in Europe, right? And it's a mess over there. And according to Fox News, an Algerian boxer who was deemed to have male chromosomes won a fight in the 66 kilogram women's division at the Paris Olympic on Thursday. And the fight lasted for 60 minutes. And I want to
46 seconds.
I'm sorry, yeah, 46 seconds. 46 seconds. You didn't even have time to get out there. I will ask for my money back had I paid to see that fight. 46 seconds. I want to show you a clip of the boxing match and then get you guys' feedback on it. Here's the first clip. Oh, but he left out a lot of it because there was a point where she was getting punched by him.
That was it.
And then she... Oh, they showed that?
Yeah, she just got punched. It was only one punch, and then she was done.
Oh, they showed the one punch?
Yeah.
Oh, it happened so fast, I didn't even see it. Oh, okay. And she's like, I ain't never been punched this hard in my whole life. This fight is over. Right?
She could have stayed in there a little more. No?
Well, I'm about to find out from you guys. And then here is a picture of the transgender boxer. So the red shirt is he ain't got no...
Ain't no transgender, that's a man.
He ain't even got no...
That looked like I used to go to school with.
And so that's a picture of the transgender boxer. And here's a picture of the transgender boxer with, so is there a C? Oh, that.
There's a different opponent?
Yeah, with
this one right here.
Different opponent.
Oh, okay.
This is the one.
Which one is the transgender there?
Now in blue.
The one without the breast.
The Algerian.
But how do you know the one with the breast is not a man?
It's true, too.
No, is that a man or woman?
We
The
don't
one in the
know.
red?
Right, the red.
No, that's a young lady.
Oh, that's a woman. Okay.
Hard to tell.
All right.
I mean, so is the one in blue, no?
No, it's apparent the one in blue, man.
Big old arms and shoulders.
So, Nick, what do you think about this fight in that it lasted 46 seconds and that this man is a transgender fighting in the women's sport?
I think she could have stayed in a little longer, gotten a few more blows so that she could really make her point. Because she just dropped out right away. Just one punch. She could have really, really made her point.
Was it really that was the whole fight, pretty much?
From every clip I see, it's like this one strike, and then she goes to the
Everyone
side of
I've
the ring
seen
and forfeits.
Good for her.
They kind of jumped around a little bit, but not much.
Yeah.
I think they threw maybe one other punch or something, and then he finally said...
No,
I don't even think she threw any punches.
I think he did.
Right, I think he was the only one that did it.
Right.
he connected.
Yeah. And so, Nick, what do you think about it?
That I believe her for number one when she said it was the strongest punch she ever felt.
Right.
I don't know if you've ever seen the face of someone when you roughhouse too hard. When you're roughhousing with either someone younger or a girl when you were kids, and you roughhouse too hard, their face totally changes. They're like, holy crud.
Yeah, I saw that when you told Hoppo to beat me.
They're like, they realize that this person can break my arms. And number two, I'm glad. I'm messing around a little bit, but this is what happens, no? This is the world y'all wanted. So nice. Get punched in the face. No.
Okay. You said it's fine. You glad?
In a joking way, to make the point that they're very happy to go into the men's sports, but there's a lot of attention for when the men go into the women's sports.
So are you glad about this or not?
I'm glad.
And because of what reason, real fast?
Because it shows how wrong it is.
How what?
It shows how wrong it is.
How
and this is
wrong
what
what
women
is?
ask for.
How wrong what is?
The men fighting women
Oh, okay.
in those sports.
Okay. What do you say about this? Fight, and should men be playing like that? Fighting with women or basketball or anything?
It's an absolute disgrace, and it doesn't make sense that anybody would go along with it. And if you go along with it, you get what you deserve. This lady should have even, I don't care if it's the Olympics, I don't care if you're on TV, I don't care if they give you $1 million, is you know that if you're going in there, you're going to get hurt, especially if it's a man to a woman. And it's absolute delusion that anybody just accepts it and just it's fine and you just go about it. This is the Olympics. This is worldwide. This is like
Is the Olympics a big deal?
It's a huge deal.
Why?
Because not everybody gets accepted into the Olympics. You got to be an elite athlete, and this is like all around the world. So there's just no respect for the Olympics. It just looked like clown show to me.
So you're saying he should not have been allowed to fight with her?
No, it just makes no sense, and anybody that going along with it just shows that.
But why did she fight with him knowing that he was not a real woman?
That's why I said is that
why did she fight with him?
She gets what she deserves.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, because she did it, but it's insane.
Oh, okay.
It makes no sense.
What do you say about that, Hake?
Pardon my mic handling. It was, I didn't like anything about it. I don't like women boxing because they shouldn't be boxing. It doesn't make sense.
Do you, and why not?
Because
you mean like boxing each other either?
Each other either.
Oh, okay.
It's not ladylike. You end up messing up your face potentially.
What?
You end up messing up your face potentially. And you're
How
supposed
about
to be a pretty
face?
face.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm glad she quit for that reason. That's the one thing I like about it, that she quit so early.
Because her face was messed
to
up.
protect her face. Her big, beautiful face.
I thought it was because that hit was so hard.
Well, yeah. Okay, well, that's my reason for her quitting.
Oh, okay.
Her reason may differ. But it's, I don't like seeing these people, these transgenders out there doing this.
Right.
It's just kind of, it's off-putting. You know, I like them, shout out to them, but it's not.
You like the transgenders?
Yeah.
Shout out to the transgenders.
The people. I like people, you know.
Right.
But it's vulgar, you know. It's inappropriate in the public. It's kind of like public obscenity, you know.
My producers tell me apparently the boxer isn't transgender, but is deemed to have male chromosomes.
Oh, so it's not even transgender.
So like a hermaphrodite.
Well, there might be. Yeah.
No, hermaphrodite had the male and the female body part.
Yeah, it might be because if it's not transgender, it has to be.
I guess
You
there
got
are
a chromosome.
I heard it on Twitter, and I don't know if it's true. I heard it from maybe Destiny. There are rare cases where you have the XY. Is the XY the man? But the XY turns out to be a woman, and it's not even transgender.
They said that on his birth certificate it says female.
So this is literally a woman.
Oh, well then.
Thinking that she's a woman, but just being a very mannish woman with big old arms and shoulders bigger than mine.
Well, according to
145 pounds.
According to the report, the man that's supposed to be the man, well, on the birth certificate it says female, not male.
Then how come we're calling this person dude?
And then they have a SY. Oh, SY is male.
Yeah,
SS is female.
So what is it? Because
I don't know.
Well, I repent, young lady.
When I read this,
to take back my comments.
When I read this
Trashing a
statement, though,
person.
it's still not clear. Like, so apparently the boxer isn't transgender, but is deemed to have male chromosomes. That could also mean that they weren't going around saying they were transgender, but faking that they were a girl. You know, you could fake a birth certificate. You could, I don't know. I still don't know what this statement means.
It's Algeria,
You
too.
can't face the birth
Exactly.
certificate if you're a baby.
But you
But
know what
other
I'm saying?
people can fake it, or you can fake it after the fact and get a fake birth certificate. Who knows?
Because transgender is an identity. You have to, like, claim it or whatever.
You ever
crap.
see Obama's
So what
birth
if they're just
certificate?
saying that this person's faking their
Just kidding.
gender?
I
Still
said, you ever
unclear.
seen Obama's birth certificate?
About
And
being
I
a
said,
U.S.
just kidding.
citizen or something.
Yeah, I mean,
Born in America.
Joe Arpaio called it photoshopped, but I disavow that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I was saying my comments only stand if it's a transgender.
But I'm confused. What's a chromosome?
What if it's a guy pretending to be a girl?
Chromosomes
not
are
transgender.
in the DNA,
Same.
I think, and it defines whether
you a male or female?
supposedly.
And so in his chromosome it says female, I guess.
No, it says
No,
male.
it says male. XY is man.
But in his
But he's
See,
born
now
a-
the next
born
question would be: is
supposedly
why did they administer that gender test? Was it because they suspected that he or she was lying about that in the
Because he
certificate,
kinda looked
or
like a
was it
male.
like a medical thing? Still unclear.
he
Yeah.
kind of looked like a male.
It
Yeah.
still seems unfair. At the end of the day, it still seems unfair that this person who has these male chromosomes are fighting with the women.
That's
it
the other-
shouldn't be right.
That's the other thing I don't like about this thing, because the competition is so lopsided that it's potentially dangerous. You could have a life-altering injury from one fight or one match with a game with somebody.
Well, you know that before you get into the ring.
I know, but this is even more. They set it up so it's hopefully safe, so that hopefully people, for the most part, are not going to get injured. But when it's lopsided like this, of course somebody's going to get injured, almost.
Final
So
soundbite.
AP. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead real fast.
No, I was just reading some stuff. I wasn't listening to what you guys were saying. Sorry. Just some information on the boxer if you want it.
What about it?
AP says Khalif, Imani Khalif, was assigned female at birth, and it says so on her passport. So that's one point there.
Oh, okay.
But that's Algeria. Do you trust
Yeah.
Algeria to be sensible? I don't know what Algeria even is.
Of course, this is from a female volleyball player who was paralyzed by a transgender, from the Daily Mail. Peyton McNabb was 17 when a ball spiked by a trans opponent with force struck her in the face that threw her to the ground and shut off her consciousness. Watch this soundbite.
Whoa!
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's a good hit.
But that's a male.
That's a man.
Knocking up, and that
There's a
ball
man
hit that
spiked the
female
ball hard,
Oh,
right
that's
into
not
the
good.
face of the
with
gal.
the female.
Oh, that's
Young
not
lady.
good.
She was like 17, I think. That was in 2022.
Yeah, and now 19, she has brain damage, poor vision, and paralyzed on her right side, which make it
Wow.
difficult to walk without falling.
Who gets?
So that guy that hit the ball like that knocked her down.
They should sue. She should sue the whole school and the guy and the whole family for that.
I don't
Take
know.
all their money and
That's
throw
shocking.
the parents in jail and him.
It's shocking that a volleyball to the face could do that.
If you hit it out, he knocked
Volleyball
her-
is supposed to be not as hard as like
They're
a
pretty hard,
a
though.
basketball to the face is much heavier. It's going to do more damage.
Volleyball's pretty hard though.
They're
But-
kind of hard, but Man.
he spiked the ball.
yeah, that was a hard hit.
And so when he spiked the ball, apparently it go harder. Derek, my producer, told me he took his girlfriend on a date and he spiked the ball.
Oh, damn.
Oh yeah.
Based.
He like, I'm like, Dad, Derek, did you spike the ball? He's like, well, not really. I was trying to be nice. He didn't really do it.
Wow. And so she's that injured from that alone? I read that she has like anxiety and stuff.
Am I wrong for trying to be all that I can be?
Oh
No, I'm
yeah.
playing. Am I wrong that I'm okay with male playing in these women's sports? And the reason I am okay with it because the women for years now been destroying men's sport by trying to be a part of it, accusing men of being wrong because they won't let them play. If they're strong enough to play in the men's sport, why are they strong enough for men to play in their sport? Am I wrong?
I don't think it's there. I don't think they're making a decision to want to go into the. We gotta go back to.
They shouldn't even have sports.
We're gonna take a quick break and come back and finish this up and back to the calls. I wanted to know from the experts, and then I'm out of here with the experts. I text my friend because he texted me like, wow, this is so confusing. Even JP don't understand it. So I asked my friend, am I wrong for not having any problem at all about men playing in women's sport because the women been bitching and wanting to play in the men's sport for years and destroying the men golf and everything, right? They say they're strong enough to play in men's sport, and so if they're strong enough to play in men's sport, why aren't they strong enough for men to play in their sport? Am I wrong, Joel?
No, I understand your point now that you make it, and I agree. Is that I say let also the women go into the and I've said before let also the women go into the men's sport so they can see for themselves. You don't want to be here, type of thing.
Yeah.
And so I understand that point. It's like, well, if you let them in and you still continue to play, then that's on you. So
I
who's to
interviewed
blame?
people on the FallenState.tv, and I asked them, should men play in women's sport? No. Why? They can't. Men are stronger. And so I asked, should women play in men's sport? Oh yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
How is one fine but the other is not? It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Well, you say, hey, am I wrong?
No, I don't think you're wrong. It is a shame, though, because the kids who had nothing to do with it, little girls and stuff who had nothing to do with it, whether they should be in sports or not, they're getting payback for something that they're suffering from what the adults are doing, which is putting the boys in there.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Like, they don't even... That girl who got partially paralyzed, I don't know if she supports the trans agenda or the women playing men's sports agenda.
Am I wrong, Nick? Hey, come here.
No, you're not. You know why it's an important point? Because here's what the mind would say, the intellectual or the feminist or whatever. They hear you say that, but see, it still fits in their worldview because you can't put a man in the women's sport because no woman will be able to truly compete. They'll get hurt, blah, blah, blah. But a woman can still go into a man's sport because it's still merit. She could still prove she can hang with the boys as long as she has skill or strength or whatever, right? But you can't even... It's important what you're saying because that's actually still false. Once you start putting women in the men's stuff like that with the mentality of, well, if they can prove it, they should be there, you're actually weakening the men. You're actually lowering the standards of everything. The men have to actually bring themselves down to the women. That's what happens. It's I don't know what, spiritual for whatever reason. That's what ends up happening.
Yeah, you're right.
So even that logical conclusion is stupid, actually.
In the good old days, they didn't even have women's sports, really. Not like this. Not as out of control like this.
Not like this. They had, when I was growing up, they had women basketball.
They probably just started by the time you were a kid. Before that, they didn't.
Oh, okay. And the women play, and they over there playing. Okay, y'all play ball.
Yeah.
And then over here, men. It was just men. And there was no argument about transgender and who should do this and who should do that. Zinni want to comment on this.
I'm cool with girls playing sports.
Yeah.
Depends
Yeah,
on
I don't mind them playing, but
sometimes it just doesn't fit, though. It's all mannish.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And this boxing, out of control.
Yeah, no, yeah. The women are crazy when they do the boxing, but I agree with that point.
A little like cute, like well, not even cute, like playing soccer, but kick the ball around, play basketball. That's cute.
I don't care. I mean, I just always know that it makes them turn into, when they get carried away into it, they start to lose their beauty and their like essence as a woman.
Yep.
But I agree with your point because I say let the women play football so they get hit hard at one time, they will never want to play no more.
Right. My friend said you are wrong. I don't agree. Wrong is wrong. keep it right. I don't want to compromise with wrong. As men, we still need to protect women even when they are wrong. I don't quite understand how he's responding. My friend, he must be on pot this morning.
Probably.
But no, he's not on pot. He's Christian. But what I'm saying, friend, is that women should not play in men's sport, and men should not play in women's sport, and that's it. And if they're saying it's okay for women to play in men's sport, then it's okay for men to play in women's sport. I don't care how big, how tall, how short. It's fine.
Yeah, I get your point. And I gotta say one more last thing is that with basketball, women's basketball, they got a new endorsement deal. I don't know if you heard, to where I think they're like media companies getting paid like $2 billion funded to the women's basketball now. So they're about to be making more money. Money, 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 money.
They trying hard to make women's sports important. They try hard to make us look at it. They're going overtime because they know normally people don't care about women's sports.
No, they don't.
And so they're trying to make it be so.
Yeah, it reminds me of, I watched a clip of Kamala Harris talking to little kids and about schools and teachers' pay and Trump and stuff. And one is like, she's talking to a little girl, oh, we need young leaders like you to get good schooling. And she's talking to a little girl, calling a little girl a young leader, an up-and-coming leader.
What
They're
a dummy.
just flipping it upside down.
Yeah. Omi said, there is no such, my PR guy, there's no such thing as men's professional sport, just the best competitor, which are all men.
Right.
Yeah, you understand that?
Pro sports means
He
it's
said,
all men.
He said
The
there's
best
no
sports.
such thing as men.
Oh, they didn't used to call pro sports
It's
like pro base.
professional sports.
He's just saying the men's mentality is not to separate like that.
Yeah,
Just
pro
the best
baseball. You don't have
competitor.
pro baseball. You don't have to call it men's because it's already that it's.
Oh, I see.
And
Pro
in the minds
basketball.
of men, we don't think of it like that. Like, we're the men, you're the women. No, it's just like,
Duh, it's already
let's
men.
play professionally. Oh, look at that. It's all men.
Amazing.
Nice.
Okay. I still don't agree. I'll protect women because that is our job. We should hold the line on what is right and godly, according to my friend. That's what I'm saying, though, friend. If men cannot play in women's sport because men are bigger, badder, then women can't play in the men's sport for the same reason. And what's the difference? Just think about it. What's the difference? Anyway, I got to go with this and go back to the calls. Last word. Joey off Friday TV.
I agree.
The Hake Report.
Shout out to the ladies.
The American Anchor Baby.
Yeah, this happens a lot with men. They'll defend. They'll like feel bad for women, and they'll hold the line on what they think is right, but they're actually just defending her feelings, and against the mean guys or something.
Joey, before you run, do we suffer the consequence of what we do?
Do we suffer the consequences of what we do? Yes.
We do suffer the consequence of what
there
we
are
do.
some consequences, but God's grace is also there.
Oh, Lord, here we go with Grace again. You can't get over Grace, huh? I love Grace, too. She's a nice lady.
But that had nothing to do with her.
Huh?
It was God's grace.
So you don't think Grace is from God?
She is too.
She is.
But that's not the grace I'm talking about.
Oh, which one you talking about? Oh.
I know about God's grace.
So you believe we do suffer the consequence of what we do?
Yeah.
Okay. You hate.
I do.
You believe we suffer the consequence of what we do?
I have a little bit, yes. Yes.
We do?
Mm-hmm.
And Nick, do we suffer the consequence of what we do?
Yeah, seems like it.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, seems like it.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you, guys. My experts.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.